right, folks, Slice 'em here, Slice 'em Gaming, War 3, SGA-1, NWD. Coming into this, as you can see, Onslaught, Iron Man, really my two main attackers, bringing some White Magneto for some pre-fights. So, first fight, I got Korg, Node 6, Combat Deja Vu Prowess, Insurance, Power, and Spiked Armor. So, this is a great fight for Onslaught. Because of the way Korg plays and the way his mechanics work, it really does great for Onslaught. On top of it, Onslaught, if you parry and he shrugs it, it sets up as a passive. So this is a pretty basic, easy fight, really. It's a straightforward fight. Nothing dangerous other than just watching out for the prowess. Making sure you don't get caught, making sure you don't walk into a big special. But other than that, as you can see, this is parry, do your hits, let Neuroshock stack up. And really, here we are baiting the L1. Don't get smacked, we're good, shield's gone, Neuro's setting up. Able to heavy off of his heavy, which is gonna pause all those debuffs, turn it into an L1. So really stacking up even more debuffs, and as you can see, everything's still paused. We're gonna repause them right there. So again, just slowly ticking Korg down. His shield's up, so we're gonna look at dropping that coming up. And as you can see, again, this is fairly basic. Baiting the L2, pause our debuffs, not having to worry about anything. And we've got the shield gone, parry, heavy, L2, and goodbye Korg. Korg was roughly at 60% when that happened. So as you can see, Onslaught L2 coming out of the heavy, massive damage. Did a great job and was able to really melt that Korg. So super happy about this. Now this is where it gets fun. So this is OG Iron Man. We're getting ready to take on Kitty. Node 15. Again, this is aggression prowess, insurance policy, combat power rate. Those are the two big things here. Critical setup, so it can always crit. But as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and turn on some extra damage. We're going to go ahead and hit that. Go on, hit it. There you go. So get our damage up. Just because I was worried about making a mistake. This fight did worry me. I go with the power start 1, so I can chew away if she starts stacking up prowess. And on top of it, I want to race to my L2. So here we go, fight starting. Got to be mindful of everything I do because it does feed her. And on top of it, I can't play too slow because if I do, then she's going to stack up anyway. So this is kind of a weird situation where you've got to really pay attention to the tempo of the fight. If you go too slow, she gains prowess, which you're going to see here as she's tossing specials. She's got that increased combat rate due to me removing some. So I got to be mindful of that. So it's a situation I've got to bait. Luckily, Iron Man able to block those unblockable specials from mutants. And this is where it gets a little bit worrisome. So she's gonna have prowess. There's no way around it at this point. I've got to get her to bait the heavy, go to the relic, and right after that I'm gonna go straight to the L1, and I was able to finish her off thanks to the big damage there. So it worked out, but for a hot second I was starting to wonder what I was gonna do to get this fight back under control. Relic was available, and so we were able to use that to our advantage. So Node 24, Sauron versus Iron Man. Again, prowess build up, unblockable. That's the big thing here. Specials do more damage, as you can see there by superior specials. So I do got to be careful. I don't want to take anything here massive because one big hit could really cause some damage. I've seen a couple of guys play this node and not pay attention and accidentally get smoked. So again, we've got power start 1. I was in a rush. I won't even say I was in a rush. I was so focused and reading through everything and playing this fight through my head. I forget to heal up. I go into the fight after I click it, and I was like, crap. Because I have watched some of my teammates and other players lose chunks of health to this fight. So I was a little worried. I was a little concerned about what this was going to do. And as you can see right now, all I'm thinking to myself is parry, get to my L2. I'm able to do that. I didn't push his L2. And again, I'm looking to just control the fight. I feel good about baiting his L1. And as you can see, it hurts. I mean, there's definitely no doubt about it. You definitely feel the pain off the specials, but In the moment, I felt pretty good. Baiting the L1 again, dodged the second half of it. And at this point, it's really controlled. Get to my L1, I'm gonna burn that off. He's unblockable still, doesn't matter. He tossed it while I was far away, and at this point I was just blocking. He didn't have anything really to modify the damage. Up to the relic again, and fight down. So again, I felt real good about the control of the fight. Once I got that first L2, things felt comfortable. So going into Dani, as you can see my boy down there at the bottom, easy. He's like, hey, don't forget, don't push the L2, which I was like, I'm already pushing L1. This bait L1 is gonna be my main thing here. And again, we're gonna power start this, mainly because, again, I want to have control of the fight. I'd like to take and keep this under control and be able to burn those. So, and I wanna race to my L2. For me, this is always a race to the L2 and get some damage down. So here we go. And again, starting off with a parry, getting things going right. I felt good about this, get an intercept. And here in a minute, she just refuses to throw. And it was really kind of weird. I mean, she has, you know, I thought she would throw her specials a little bit easier, but as you'll see throughout the fight, there's a couple times where Dani just did not want to throw her special. Matter of fact, right here, we started back against the wall on her side, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to even risk the special two, so we're just lightly punching into her. Okay, finally, we get the L2, or the L1, and you can see I'm decently close back to my wall now. Accidentally triggered the miss there. And again, refusing. There's a good toss. And we're gonna use our relic, push her back a little bit. And again, all I want her to do is throw the special. So I'm hitting blocks. Finally, she tosses the special, giving me another little bit of opening, and we're back to the L1. So should have got creamed right there, but luckily she didn't punish it. Didn't punish my mistake. Finally get the L1 again, and in this moment I was like, okay, now we've got it. I miss off the L1, but that's still feeling good about the fight. There's our parry, and this is gonna end it right here. So the couple times I felt at risk was when she was sitting on that L1 and I'm getting back to the corner, because at that point, it's really tough sometimes to get them to throw the L1. They just absolutely refuse. So Iron Man Bishop, node 39. Oddly enough, we had this fight last war. So for me, this fight was even more comfortable. I still went ahead and put an invuln in because I don't want to accidentally get caught. We're winning this war at this point. It's very easy for me to be able to say, you know what, I don't have to spend resources, but that would, number one, be selfish and just a bad example. So, of course, we're throwing on the invuln, and we're going to play to play right? So, boost up properly, and we're going back in. So again, had this fight last war, so I knew what I had coming into this fight. Again, this is a control fight. Control his power. Make sure you're baiting specials early. Don't risk the special 3. Keep his power under control and make this a pretty basic fight. The big thing I do better this time than I did last time is I don't get stuck throwing multiple L2s. As you can see here, I'm gonna be able to get my L1s off after my first L2, and it makes this fight go so much faster. Compared to my first time I did this, I had multiple L2s where I just pushed the L1 a little too far, clicked over to the L2, and ended up wasting some time. So, yeah. So, again, this is a control fight. As you can see, controlling this power, just staying at it. Here's the relic. Nice little damage going into an L1. And then from there, nice big mediums, 24-16 for a light. Dodge the second part, and now Bishop's just getting ate up. And as I said, so land a couple fun of and there's the KO. So, and of course, another victory screen. Another win. Again, node 39, so we'll take same fight as last time. A lot of control, just paying attention to what's going on and putting yourself in a spot to win. So, new fight, Iron Man Apocalypse, node 49. So this one here, as you can see, I'm throwing on another tech boost. So I lost all my boosts waiting, had to wait for a bit, but that's okay. Go ahead and put an invuln on. even though I feel comfortable with the fight, I still worry a mistake. So combat deja vu, again, prowess puncture, so I do have to worry about the damage coming off of the specials. So this fight is going to be a little bit different. I can't land the same 2 attacks back to back. So medium, light, medium, then you got to parry in heavy. Or medium, light, medium, light, medium, light. You just have to really be smart about how you do it. It requires you to pay attention to how you finish your last attack. So that's the big thing here. So start this off, bait the heavy, medium, light, medium, and we're going to land a heavy. So again, trying to keep things just different. And as you can see, medium, light, intercept, medium, light. We get the special, we get the bait, dodge out as much as I can just to keep damage down, even though OG Iron Man is an absolute tank. I'm not too worried about the damage. As you can see, I prefer to go just 2 hits, medium, light, just so if I fail to parry, I don't have to worry about trying to land a heavy or building up damage here. So, and there we go, first L2. Good chunk of health out of it. And as you can see, decent a little bit, but a tanky Iron Man taking care of it. There's the relic, setting me up, being able to land another heavy. And we're approaching that 50% mark here. So where are we at? 53. First L1 drops him down into 49. We got the armor breaks, and now damage can start coming off of him decently quick. The crazy part is this fight's not a fast fight. Sure, I probably could have went full combos, probably been okay. As you can see, I don't really lose much health during this fight. But because it was my first time taking it, I didn't want to do anything risky. For me, this is, again, first time taking this fight in the new war meta. I didn't want anything to go wrong. And that's the problem, is even though inside my head I know how this fight should go, doesn't mean it's going to go that way. So that tells me, hey, let's play safe, be smart, don't do anything risky, get the solo. We've got invuln up, but there's no sense in risking it. So as you can see here, we're able to finish out with a relic and then just a little tap, put an Apoc on the dirt. So that's going to be another victory screen for myself. Another ward down, no deaths. There's the victory screen for the team. I was able actually to catch it this time, which I thought was kind of cool and fun. So there's our victory screen. And then as you can see here, as we move into the stats, we had 10 deaths, 1 battle group. My battle group actually struggled a little bit more than normal, but still continue to see our deaths drop, which is a great thing as we become a little more comfortable with the current war tactic and what we feel like we need to do to be successful. So I'm hoping this season continues to improve. However, with that being said, it is a great start. I went ahead and grabbed this screenshot to finish out. We're starting the season off after the first 3 wars. We're spot 3 on the podium. So last season, well, we held the spot a lot and ended up failing to hold it at the end. So hopefully this season will be a different story for us as we can hold on to the podium as we continue to push war. It's been exciting. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we can continue to see that happening. So till then, take care, have fun, and as always, keep on gaming. Adios, folks.